All right. So CPR. This is again, a huge book. I have an 8-hour presentation. Is it 8? Maybe it's an 8-week presentation on crucial accountability. But this is a nice little snippet that will help you here. So CPR. Think about it. It's good. Content. What C stands for: pattern, and then relationship. So I'll give you an example. Very simple. Somebody's late. Okay. This is the first time that you're late, Adam. You're late. So if that's a content conversation, hey, what's going on, Adam? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's all right.
Of course it is. So I'm making sure that everything's fine, no emergencies. What happened? I know that your session is supposed to start on the hour, and you came in about 5 minutes late.
Yeah, I just got stuck in traffic.
Okay. You get it, it happens, right? Obviously, your people are paying by the minute here, and customer service is number one, especially with Medallia, right? So, what can we do to make sure, because this is outside of I've never seen you late before, so what can we do to make sure that you're not late?
Yeah, they changed the road construction. I just need to set my alarm a little earlier, and I plan to leave about 15 minutes earlier.
Okay, cool. So you already kind of take that. I like you. All right, good. So content pattern, right? Content. I might document it within his. We have like HR Bamboo, so we have a spot to put that. It might, or it might not, but it probably should. Okay. So not an official documentation, just a little note. Okay. Side note, you probably should be documenting, like I don't know if you have a journal for your team members or you have some portal for that. It's always really important to do that. Anybody ever getting sued? Ever getting sued for firing? Anybody ever getting sued? Yeah. Yeah. In the process now, it's great. It's great.
Learned a lot there.
Yeah. So no, it's great because you do learn a lot, you know. But anyways, so content. So now, Adam, it's the second week, right? Second week, Adam's late again. So now the conversation no longer shifts about being late. It's about the fact that we're developing a bit of a pattern. Okay? So Adam, you got a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Notice that I talked to you last week about being late. We had some great suggestions, which is to set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. And I noticed that you were 6 minutes late today for your session. What's happening?
Yeah, I just keep hitting the snooze button. I'm not waking up on time.
Okay. Okay. So what I want to talk more about is this again. The last year that you've been with us, no issues. Now in 2 weeks, back-to-back weeks, we've had an issue of you not fulfilling a promise of being on time.
Okay.
What are we going to do here?
Yeah, I need to make sure that I just might have said earlier. I might have to go to bed a little earlier, make sure that I'm getting up on time.
Okay. All right. So I don't. So then, in conclusion, so you're going to set your alarm earlier, things like that. We just want to make sure that we're not developing a pattern because you understand the value of our clients' proposal.
Absolutely.
Right? Cool. Well, thank you. I'm just going to shoot you a quick email just to recap this conversation, just so we're on the same page.
Yep.
Okay. So in that situation, I might just shoot them an email. Now it's a little bit more formal, but not completely formal document. Then now we are starting to develop a little bit of a pattern. Patterns are bad with bad stuff. So then the relationship one. Okay. What is the bedrock of any relationship? Trust, right? So relationship is trust. If you say you're going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fix that habit. I'm going to put the dishes away. I'm going to put the dishes away. And I say I'm going to do it, and then I don't do it. Our trust level goes down. So this conversation has nothing to do with being late. It has everything to do with our relationship. Because now anything Adam says to me, it doesn't matter what he says. It's just lip service at this point. So now it's Adam's job to fix that, right? He needs to fix this relationship. So Adam, so this one you want to prepare a little bit more formal. This is most likely, I highly recommend a write-up, have somebody else in the room, and go through the process. So number one, you make it safe. No small talk, but let's just get right to it. Adam, this is now the third time that you've been late. So it's no longer about being late. It's straight up about our relationship. So now when you tell me something, I'm concerned that it's not going to happen, okay? So we're doing a formal write-up here, making sure that you understand why you have to be late, and now we have some things to work on in terms of our relationships. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So then obviously there's more to it. So then we go through that. So what happens is he's going to probably try to pull that conversation back to what?
Excuses.
His excuses on what?
Tired.
Excuses on the content,
Yeah.
which is being late. I don't care about being late at this point. I care about a relationship more, right? So you got to understand, no matter what, they're going to keep pulling back excuses. They're going to keep pulling back, in most cases, to the content. And that's where it takes some finesse to work through that and make sure we're hammering on the component of the relationship. Make sense?
Yep.
So why go through that? Because same thing to the question of, well, what if I get 1, 0? Well, I got a content conversation. Listen, I see that you got a 0 today. How do you feel about that? Right? What does that mean? Tell me more, right? And that's it. We're just focusing on the fact they got the 0. They probably feel bad enough, and we leave it at that. You might make a note in their file, or the fact that we have the 0 is probably good enough. Second week, now we have that pattern conversation. It's not necessarily that you got a 0. It's the fact that we've gone 2 weeks now, and you haven't hit the things that you were going to say. Now, the third week, well, that, if they understand the system, they're very nervous about the meeting. Not that we should be nervous, but they're internalizing. If they're an A player, they care about how they do. So they should be feeling some anxiety, which sometimes confused with excitement, but they should be feeling something. So they sit down, and that's where it's like, I understand you have some commitments. I don't even need to look at them, right? This is me being a little aggressive, because it doesn't matter. So therefore, you've got to work this week your butt off in order to get back. It's going to take 3 weeks now for our relationship to even get back to ground zero, right? Same thing, a positive relationship. And then we reverse it. Adam, great job. You hit a 1. I'm talking about that content. I really feel this is good. How do you feel? Good. Week 2, you got a 1 or 2. This is awesome. We did this 2 weeks in a row. How you feeling? Good, good. Week 3, boom. I want you to know I'm really proud of you for being able to really recover from that. Right? So that's how it works in reverse. Okay?